We are learning that Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will be deposed. And I suspect that that might be making Ryan Reynolds extremely nervous. Now, factually speaking, no judgment from me, but Hugh Jackman has been plagued with rumors of sexuality throughout his entire career. It has been speculated for a host of reasons. Some fair, some not. Ryan, I would say, in my opinion, is plausibly the most guilty party of this entire thing.
He wants to win no matter what. He was willing to do whatever it takes to win. He didn't care who he stepped on.
That he's a narcissist. He's a total narcissist. He cannot comprehend a world. I truly believe he cannot comprehend a world in which him and his wife are not liked. We have not even seen his text messages yet. Like, this is just what we've been able to discern from Deadpool skits, It Ends With Us skits, birthday messages to Sandra Bullock, really wacky stuff.
So apparently, like, junior high kids, they've like leaked all these text messages. And here's one supposedly from Ryan Reynolds.
Anyway, so back to Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. They're in this bromance at the time that he separates from his wife, and you just wonder if that's also partially the reason why Blake's team is adamant that they need this AEO determination.
The perfect Hollywood friendship has imploded overnight. Hugh Jackman is reportedly ready to slap Ryan Reynolds with a staggering $50 million lawsuit, and sources close to both stars revealed this is merely the visible tip of an explosive iceberg that's been building silently for years. What fans once celebrated as the ultimate bromance has fractured beyond repair, with leaked messages exposing betrayal, manipulation, and shocking behind-the-scenes power plays that threaten to destroy multiple careers in one devastating blow. Behind this epic showdown lurks an unexpected villain, Blake Lively. Industry insiders claim she's been the calculating mastermind orchestrating Reynolds' every move.
Old footage revealing that, yes, her secret plan is to always take control of the movies and lie to the directors,
creating a web of deception that's now unraveling at breakneck speed. The golden couple's perfect image is shattering as court documents and private texts paint a disturbing picture of manipulation and ruthless ambition. Hollywood is holding its collective breath as each new revelation pushes this high-stakes drama toward an explosive conclusion that could permanently alter the entertainment landscape. For years, audiences worldwide have been captivated by the seemingly genuine friendship between Jackman and Reynolds.
Do you like writing?
I do. One of the scariest things I've ever done in my entire life is writing for you.
PSA for no spoilers. So, are you suffering from kindness? Do you feel absolutely hopeless in ruining things for other people?
Their playful social media, feud, charming talk show appearances, and on-screen chemistry in projects like Deadpool and Wolverine created what appeared to be an authentic connection between two of Hollywood's most beloved figures. Their back-and-forth banter became legendary, with fans eagerly anticipating each new chapter in their comedic rivalry. Yet behind those perfectly crafted Instagram posts and viral videos lurked a relationship rapidly deteriorating under immense pressure and competing agendas. Sources with direct knowledge of their relationship claim the friendship began cooling dramatically during production of their latest Marvel collaboration. What started as minor creative differences quickly escalated into bitter arguments about screen time, promotional appearances, and the direction of their shared storylines. Jackman reportedly felt increasingly sidelined as Reynolds leveraged his producer status to reshape scenes and dialogue in his favor. Hugh began to realize he was being manipulated, reveals one production insider who witnessed several heated exchanges. The balance of power had shifted completely, and Ryan was calling all the shots while making it look like they were equal partners to the public. The situation reached critical mass when text messages began circulating among industry professionals, allegedly showing Reynolds discussing how to minimize Jackman's importance in the Marvel universe going forward. These messages, which multiple sources have confirmed as authentic, reveal a calculated effort to position Reynolds as the franchise's central figure, while gradually phasing out Jackman's iconic Wolverine character. Ryan was playing the long game, explains a studio executive who requested anonymity. While publicly praising Hugh and acting like his biggest supporter, he was quietly working behind the scenes to ensure Hugh's role would be limited in future projects. The timing of these revelations coincided almost perfectly with Jackman's shocking divorce announcement after 27 years of marriage, adding another layer of speculation to an already explosive situation. Industry observers couldn't help noting the suspicious timing, with some suggesting the stress of Reynolds' alleged betrayal contributed to Jackman's personal turmoil.
And you can't be a star without having a gay rumor out there, can you? Let's face it.
You know how I feel about it.
Now I'm going to tell you why this is interesting to me, because I have a lot of questions about Ryan Reynolds' bromances, his various bromances over the years. We've talked about him and Jake Gyllenhaal, and obviously this has been a bromance that has been very much thrown in the public's face.
What's that last line? What's that last line? Oh, he's gay. Oh, yeah, see, straight guys don't say that. So that's all that's happening. He's a closeted gay man, and that's just, when you deny yourself that truth, you're just gonna do weird, crazy shit.
And why does he gush about his love for Hugh Jackman more than he does his own wife?
Regarding Hugh Jackman, in case you were unaware, he recently divorced his wife of 27 years. Her name is Deborah Lee Furness. 27 years is a very long time to be married. Some people just never really bought into him at the peak of his career, having married a woman that was 13 years his senior.
Is this what 47 and 55-year-old men, do you feel as though, even with friends you do business with, that your friendship is like a marriage?
The Deadpool scene was kind of just a little overdone for me. The relationship with Hugh Jackman was kind of overdone for me.
I think the secret sauce to a long-lasting Hollywood friendship is not too dissimilar to having a partner or a marriage.
In that production was the fact that Hugh Jackman opted to kiss his male co-star throughout this production, even though in the original screenplay there was no kiss between the male stars.
When your professional life is imploding because of someone you trusted, it puts strain on everything else, notes a longtime friend of Jackman. Hugh had always kept his personal and professional lives carefully balanced, but this situation with Ryan threw everything into chaos at once. While Reynolds has cultivated an image as Hollywood's charming prankster, sources paint a dramatically different picture of the man behind the carefully managed public persona. Multiple colleagues describe witnessing disturbing behavior when cameras weren't rolling, including explosive anger, controlling tendencies, and a ruthless approach to maintaining his A-list status. There's the Ryan everyone thinks they know from interviews and social media, and then there's the real Ryan who emerges when something threatens his position or image, reveals a crew member who worked closely with Reynolds on multiple projects. The contrast can be jarring. At the center of these swirling allegations stands Blake Lively, who insiders claim has been the true puppet master behind Reynolds' career decisions and public image management. Far from the wholesome, perfect wife portrayed in carefully staged photo opportunities and gushing interviews, industry sources describe Lively as ruthlessly ambitious and strategic, willing to sacrifice anyone who stands in the way of her family's dominance in Hollywood's power hierarchy. Blake isn't just standing beside Ryan, she's directing every move, claims a former friend who worked with the couple. She's built this perfect family brand that's worth millions, and she'll do absolutely anything to protect it, no matter who gets hurt in the process. Text messages allegedly sent by Lively to Reynolds during the Deadpool and Wolverine production reveal a disturbing level of manipulation, with explicit instructions on how to undermine Jackman while maintaining their public friendship facade. Keep Hugh close for the cameras, but make sure everyone knows you're the real star, reads one message that has been verified by multiple sources. Another instructs Reynolds to remind the director who's bringing in the box office numbers. These communications paint a picture of a calculated effort to use Jackman's star power while simultaneously working to diminish his importance to the franchise. The Jackman lawsuit represents just one front in an expanding legal battle that threatens to expose Hollywood's darkest secrets. Actor and director Justin Baldoni has already filed explosive defamation and contract interference claims against Reynolds regarding the troubled production of It Ends With Us. Court documents allege Reynolds deliberately spread false rumors, calling Baldoni a predator among powerful industry figures, a devastating accusation that could permanently destroy Baldoni's career. The lawsuit further claims these allegations were fabricated and strategically deployed to force creative control from Baldoni into Lively's hands, revealing a pattern of manipulation that extends far beyond the dispute with Jackman. Legal experts following the case note that Reynolds' attempts to have damaging evidence sealed under attorney's eyes only designation signal serious concerns about what might be revealed if these communications become public. When someone fights this hard to keep information private, it usually means there's something explosive in those documents, explains entertainment attorney attorney Rachel Goldman, who has handled similar high-profile cases. The judge's decision to limit these privacy protections opens the door for potentially career-ending revelations in the coming months. Depositions scheduled for the coming weeks have Hollywood on edge, with Jackman expected to testify under oath about his experiences working with Reynolds. Sources close to Jackman's legal team suggest he's prepared to share detailed accounts of manipulation, broken promises, and calculated betrayals that occurred away from public view. Hugh has kept receipts of everything, reveals an insider familiar with the case preparation. Emails, texts, recorded conversations. He has a mountain of evidence showing how Ryan systematically undermined him while pretending to be his friend. Industry veterans note that the feud exposes the often toxic reality behind Hollywood's carefully constructed public narratives. These aren't just friends having a disagreement. This is about power, control, and the ruthless ambition that drives people at the highest levels of the entertainment business, explains a veteran publicist who has managed similar crisis situations. What makes this case particularly explosive is that it threatens to pull back the curtain on how image management really works in Hollywood, and that makes a lot of powerful people very nervous. Former colleagues describe witnessing concerning behavior from Reynolds and Lively as a couple, including alleged threats to abandon projects unless demands were met and coordinated efforts to damage the reputations of anyone perceived as a threat. They operate like a well-oiled machine, says a producer who worked with the couple on a recent project. Blake establishes the agenda, and Ryan executes it. If someone stands in their way, they first try to charm them into submission. If that doesn't work, the knives come out, and suddenly rumors start spreading that can destroy someone's career overnight. The impact on the couple's carefully constructed empire has already begun. Brand partnerships worth millions are reportedly on hold pending the outcome of these legal battles, with companies nervous about associating with celebrities embroiled in such toxic allegations. No major brand wants to attach themselves to this kind of controversy, explains marketing executive Sarah Miller. The Reynolds Lively brand was built on being the perfect, relatable couple that consumers aspire to be like. These allegations completely undermine that image, and that makes them toxic for advertisers right now. Disney executives are reportedly in crisis mode regarding the future of the Marvel franchise, with billions in potential revenue at stake. Sources within the studio claim contingency plans are being developed that would minimize Reynolds' role if the allegations gain further traction. They're running scenarios where they might need to distance themselves from Ryan while still keeping the Deadpool character, reveals a studio insider. It's a nightmare situation because they've invested so heavily in him as the face of this franchise going forward. Fans who once celebrated Reynolds and Lively as relationship goals are now dissecting years of interviews, social media interactions, and public appearances for signs they might have missed. Video compilations showing Reynolds' behavior toward Jackman in joint interviews have gone viral, with body language experts pointing out moments of tension and possible hostility that were previously dismissed as playful banter. Once you start looking at these interactions through a different lens, you can see the cracks in the facade, notes celebrity image consultant Michael Ramos. The little digs that went too far, the moments where Jackman seems genuinely uncomfortable. It was all there, but we missed it because their PR teams were so effective at selling the friendship narrative. What happens next could permanently alter the trajectory of multiple Hollywood careers. If Jackman's lawsuit proceeds to trial and more private communications become public, the carefully crafted images of all involved may be irreparably damaged. Celebrity scandals come and go, but when you combine legal action, leaked private messages, and allegations of professional sabotage, you create a perfect storm that few careers can fully recover from, explains entertainment journalist Elena Rodriguez, who has covered similar Hollywood implosions. The most dangerous element in this situation isn't just what's already been revealed, but what might still be hidden, and who else might be implicated when the full story finally emerges. The fallout extends beyond the principal players, affecting everyone in their professional orbits. Projects involving any of these stars now carry the stain of controversy, with writers, directors, and fellow actors finding themselves unwillingly dragged into the maelstrom. Everyone who's worked with them is being asked to take sides, says a director who recently collaborated with Reynolds. It's creating a toxic environment across the industry where people feel pressured to declare their allegiance or risk being labeled as disloyal by whichever camp has more power. Hollywood insiders are particularly fascinated by the role Hugh Jackman might have played in exposing the situation. Speculation runs rampant that Jackman himself may have been responsible for leaking the damaging text messages that ignited the firestorm, possibly as retribution for being pushed out of future Marvel projects. If Hugh felt betrayed and saw his future earnings potential being damaged, he might have decided to fight fire with fire, suggests a longtime industry observer. Yet these kinds of revenge plays aren't uncommon in Hollywood when someone feels they've been wronged and have nothing left to lose. The situation has sparked renewed discussion about the nature of Hollywood friendships and whether authentic connections can exist in an environment driven by competition and image management. What we're seeing with Reynolds and Jackman is the extreme version of something that happens constantly in this industry, notes psychologist Dr. Amanda Chen, who specializes in celebrity mental health. People form strategic alliances rather than genuine friendships, and when the strategic value of that relationship changes, the facade quickly crumbles. Blake Lively's reputation has suffered the most dramatic transformation, with public perception shifting from admired actress and entrepreneur to calculating manipulator. Social media analysis shows sentiment toward Lively has plummeted as more allegations emerge about her behind-the-scenes behavior. She's gone from being seen as this aspirational figure to being cast as the villain in this drama almost overnight, explains social media analyst Jason Park. The narrative that she's the mastermind pushing Reynolds to betray his friends has really taken hold, and that kind of reputation damage is extraordinarily difficult to reverse. Legal experts predict the situation will likely get worse before it improves. Cases like this tend to escalate rather than de-escalate once they reach the public domain, notes entertainment attorney Sarah Williams. With reputations and future earnings on the line, neither side has much incentive to back down or settle quietly. That means we'll likely see more revelations, more accusations, and more damaging evidence becoming public as the legal process unfolds. As Hollywood holds its collective breath, the most pressing questions remain unanswered. Will Hugh Jackman's lawsuit expose the truth behind his Marvel exit and forever tarnish Reynolds' carefully constructed nice guy image? Is Blake Lively truly the manipulative force that insiders claim, orchestrating elaborate schemes to maintain her family's power and influence? And what happens to Ryan Reynolds' blockbuster career when he's forced to testify under oath about his treatment of former friends and colleagues? Behind the glamorous premieres, perfect Instagram posts, and manufactured public personas, a war has been silently raging for control of Hollywood's most valuable franchises and the power that comes with them. Now that the battle has spilled into public view, the entertainment industry is watching closely to see which power player will fall first. The dramatic unfolding of events behind Hollywood's closed doors reminds us once again that the most shocking scripts aren't found in movies, but in the real lives of those who make them, and sometimes reality is far more explosive than fiction.